To Be Hero X Episode 2 has officially aired. And after a very successful Episode 1, Episode 2 has a lot to live up to. So in this video, we're going to go over what happened in Episode 2 and give my thoughts about it. So in the beginning, we see the story of Moon and how she was a travel blogger, in which that led to her being able to teleport wherever she wanted to go. Into which wherever she went, she would do heroic acts, right? But in this specific situation, she tried to stop someone while being on top of the car went airborne, and everybody and their mama thought she was cooked until Nice saved her. When Nice saved her, everybody and their mama got parasocial, started taking pictures, and just magically shipped them together. And then we see Lynn like, can I really be with you? Until we see, she's actually cooked. Or is she? Because then we see him wake up on the couch, and then we just see her on the treadmill, perfectly fine. So now he's wondering if everything was a dream, but then he's like, I might as well say hey to her. But before he can even say anything, she told this nigga go away. So then we cut to her eating, and she basically reveals that she knows he's not the real Nice, and he tells her, oh yeah, the real Nice killed himself. So then she calls Miss J and is like, nigga, this nigga killed himself. Why am I still in a fake relationship? So we see Miss J come over, and she basically says, well yeah, y'all are on a contract, and the fans wants to see y'all get married, so that's what the fuck is gonna happen. So while Moon is raging, Miss J just simply walks out, so then Moon just opts to start destroying junk. And ironically, that's how they start to bond, as when he brought her some food, she threw it at the statue, then they started throwing it at each other, and they actually started having fun together. So then we go to the nighttime, right, and they're both laying down, right? So then she's like, okay, what's your name? And he said, in exchange, tell me why you don't teleport anymore. So she opens the portal, and the portal goes directly by his side, and she reveals that fans have made it to where she can only be by his side, because that's where they want to see her forever. So then in exchange, he tells her his name is Lynn. After a month, we see their place is dirty as hell, goddamn! Bruh, at this rate, they gonna have a cockroach infestation. They gonna try and pour some cereal in a bowl, and some cockroaches gonna be in that hole. Anyway, we see her threaten to end herself to Miss J, as she just wants to end the contract. But we see Miss J's plan is to have them isolated together, and it's only a matter of time before they actually fall for each other. So then we see Lynn take the setup in which she was gonna hang herself and turn it into a swing set. We see her start using it, right, and he walks up and basically reveals that he did all her promotional videos, and also thanks her for all the encouragement over the years, into which we lead to a week later, and we see that they're about to get married. But before things go too far, we see someone object, and his name is Rek, who is apparently Nice's nemesis. So we actually see some pretty cool combat exchanges, right? But then while all that's going on, we actually learn that all of this is a script and he's not following it. So we go back in time a week, right? And we learn that Lynn came up with a plan that would lead to Moon getting attacked and Moon dying, which would free both of them from the fake relationship. So we see Rek, like, I don't even know what this nigga did. I don't know what this is coming out of the ground, but this junk look cool as hell. But anyway, we see them exchanging blows, right? But then he learns that he's being serious, and Rek asks where's the real Nice, because he can tell from their exchanges he's not the real Nice. So he reveals to Rek that the real Nice actually killed himself, and that leads to Rek losing his mind and powering up more. So then we see Nice ready to fight him for real, right? And then the animation start changing. I got that busted a nut! Bro, this is one of the most unique sequences of combat I've ever seen in anything ever. But anyway, we see them fighting, right? We see Moon utilizing teleportation. We see Nice doing them nice combos and jump, until ultimately he lands the final blow and the final punch. And while he's falling, we actually learn that Rek and Nice were friends, but they were given two different roles. So Rek was his nemesis and the villain, and Nice was the hero. But then he started suspecting something was up, because Nice stopped replying to him. We then go to Moon, and we see that Moon's chest is bleeding, and she starts falling, but he catches her, and as they're slowly going down, she reveals that it's fake blood, and it's just part of the script. And then she thanks him for the past month, as she likes it a lot better than it's been for the past few years with the other Nice, and bids him farewell while he's crying. And this nigga's putting on such a performance. God dang, Miss J is crying. She came up with the script. Anyway, at her funeral, he wishes that she can go anywhere in the world, so that way they'll stop putting her by his side. And we see her packing. She's packed up. She opens a portal, but then she stops and asks what his heart desires, and the news reveals that he's chasing to be a top 10 hero in the world. She tells him good luck, and then she walks through the portal. We then go back to Enlighter, right, who's in this dark place, still thinking about the exchange he had with Nice, right? And he wonders why his heart rate increased when he saw the boss, but then he puts two and two together that this Nice is actually Lynn, the person that they said died. But then we see someone from the Spotlight organization. I'm sorry, I might be slow. I don't know who this is. But he said he's going to give him the power of fear. So is this similar to the power that they gave the boss or what? Am I just slow? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, we learned that his name would no longer be Enlighter, as it is now God's Eye. Which, hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. His new design, his new name, bro, that's kind of fire, bro. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about this episode. This episode was fire to me, bro. Like, I actually really liked this episode. The only thing is, I'm wondering what it was about when he saw her bleeding, or like what was going on right there. I'm sure we'll get answers. But I love the way that they tell stories in this show. And I love the way that they utilize the animation style. As like I said in the last review, I was unsure how they were going to do it, but the way they do it is just fire, and it's almost seamless when it happens. But y'all let me know some theories. Like, what do y'all think the bleeding was about? What do y'all think the end of the last episode was about? What do you think? You think he's ever going to talk to Moon again? I hope they do, bro. It was kind of a fine couple, bro.